it is over to Dr. Subramanian Swamy to initiate today's discussion on this important aspect of our Indian tradition and rituals which with relations to astrology. Over to Dr. Swamy.
Thank you, Jagdish, and welcome, Mr. Hanish Bagga, to this forum. And we are all looking very eagerly to hear from you. This is one of the most fascinating subjects for most Indians. And there's all aspects of life we will see astrology being referred to. When there is a question of when a baby is born, it has to be given a name. Astrology is consulted. Marriages, then auspicious time for doing something. For instance, I know one prime minister who used to, for cabinet reshuffle, also select the best time to announce it. So India is a tremendous faith. And this is, the Rishi, I think Rishi Parashar probably gave it the first sound basis. I personally have experienced many predictions which I thought would be totally untrue, will not happen, but it happened. During the emergency, when I was in campaigning against the emergency in America, I decided to return back to India. And because there was nothing happening in India, and I couldn't go on campaigning in America without something happening. So I decided to go to Parliament and get arrested. And I told this to an astrologer who happened to be my brother-in-law, also my elder sister's husband. And I said, I'm going back to India. I'm going to get arrested. He said, you'll never get arrested. So I said, how do you know? I've been talking to Mrs. Gandhi or what? He said, no, I've seen your horoscope. You can't get arrested. And indeed, I came. I had the 18 cases against me, and warrant, Interpol notice, everything. And came to Delhi, went to Parliament, spoke for about 10 seconds during the obituary session, and then left Parliament and went back to America, which people find very hard to believe. But I had the confidence of this thing. It's happened again once in 2016 or 15, I think, when the Attorney General Mudgal Rodgi and Arun Jaitley, along with two Congress people, decided to get me arrested on hate speech. And so they got a warrant issued from the borders of Assam with Bangladesh. And a warrant was issued, and the Assam police also came to Delhi to arrest me. But it just happened, and I was ready. I packed up my bags and everything, and I was going to give a welcome to the Assam police. But the previous day of its coming, I met Andhera Juna, who was a Parsi and a very fantastic lawyer. And he said, what is this problem? And later on, of course, Jetmalani and also Nariman and others, who said, you can't just go like a goat. Let's go to Supreme Court. And we went to Supreme Court, and we got to stay. And poor Assam people, they had to go back with empty-handed. But I'm saying that I was told that my horoscope is made that way. And sometimes people ask me, why are you so bold? Aren't you afraid of being arrested? I said, my horoscope says I won't be arrested. So I'm trying that. So like that, I think today we would like not only the science of astrology, but also, there are some aspects which I'd like to explain. For instance, Vargottama, which is, a unique concept to Indian astrology. and that is where comparing where the stars are, and on that basis they draw up a Janam Patri, and then and the Vargottama, I think Mr. Bagga will explain, is a concept which no Western country has, and it's a very powerful concept. And so, therefore, what is our gift from our ancestors? Now we must take it seriously and develop it further and further. And who can we have than a scientist who took to astrology, and the two combination is deadly. So over to you, Mr. Hanish Bagga. We are all waiting for you, waiting for your speech.
Thank you, sir. Namaskar. Thank you, sir. Thank you to the team. Team has invited me and given me opportunity to discuss about Indian rituals and all astrological remedies behind these rituals. This is the most interesting and important topic in our life. But before coming to the topic, as Sarah suggested, I should discuss the Vargottama concept and one important yoga which you have in your chart. So I need to discuss these 2 points first, and then I'll come to the topic. Sir, Vargottama is a most beautiful concept given by Rishi Parashar, and other rishis also followed this. Vargottama means there is a position in the birth chart, a planet in a particular position, maybe in a sign, in a say for example, Jupiter is in sign number 4, Cancer sign. Just an example. Now, in the other charts, in a divisional chart, maybe in the D9 chart, which is known as Navmancha chart, Jupiter is again in the same sign. That is called Vargottama. Even in my chart, I have Jupiter Vargottama. My Jupiter is in a Pisces sign, and it is Vargottama in D9. So when we talk about this Vargottama, that means that planet becomes very, very powerful. And the result of that planet, it is really difficult to handle. Now, what is the meaning? Difficult to handle means it is really difficult to change result. If it will give you good result, it will give you extremely good result. If it will start giving you bad result, it will give you extremely bad result. So it becomes very, very powerful. And no, normally in 90%, 95% cases, Vargottama planet gives good result. In some cases, there are some exceptional rules. It may give bad result. So that is the power of Vargottama planet. Just like Vargottama planet, there is a concept of Vargottama Lagna, which is again a very, very powerful concept, which is coming with the same. Here we are not talking about the planet, we are talking about the Lagna, the number, the sign in the Lagna, the first house. Lagna means first house. So if that sign carries the same in your D9 chart, D9 is a chart which is the crux of D1 chart, which is known as Navmancha. If it is same, that means the whole chart becomes extraordinary powerful. So there are 3 things. 1, Lagna Vargottama. 2, planet Vargottama. And 3, Lagna Lord Vargottama. If all 3 is in your favor, you are not a common man. That person is not common. He is not here in this life for doing all common activities. No, not at all. That is the beauty of Sir Vargottama. From my little knowledge, I've just tried to share whatever I know. I may be wrong, or my information may be not complete in nature, but I try to explain this. And the another point, which is a special yoga, sir, in your chart, and that yoga is your chart has a most beautiful planet, Jupiter, which is supportive out of the world. I should not discuss your complete chart in this forum, but yes, that planet made the difference. And I have seen that planet in my, I have seen very less combination which you have, sir, in your chart. Very less number of people, but wherever I have seen this combination, these people are not normal. They are extraordinary. Be it they're businessmen or into a job or wherever they are in their sector, they are champions. That is the beauty of the chart. One planet changes whole story.
You're saying you're talking about me or in general?
Yes, sir. You as well and general as well.
General.
So the placement of that planet, which is changing the whole scenario, which is giving chart 1,000 times more power. So that is the point, and that the planet Jupiter can do that. And I've seen very less chart with such kind of combination, very less, and all these are changes. Now, sir, coming back to the mainstream topic, the topic is Indian rituals and traditions. So, if I divide this topic into pieces or phases of life, so I should start with the childbirth and finish with the death. There are rituals which starts with the childbirth. The first ritual, although there are a lot of different rituals because we are a big country, we have a lot of different kind of religions, societies are different, systems are different kind of family setups. Although everyone do not follow all the systems because there are some family traditions as well. But there are some places where after childbirth, the first thing they offer to the child is shahad, honey, on the tongue here. That is the first ritual. That means the astrological significance of this is Mars, honey is Mars, and sweet in nature. So whenever you speak, it should be sweet. One. Tongue is Venus. When Mars and Venus both are in conjunction, that means power, that means luxury. Good health, Mars is for good health and Venus is for luxury. We pray from God, this child should have Venus and Mars both in conjunction in such a way that this child should get all the luxuries and all the power, the fitness, health and wealth both. That is the first ritual. Now, someone may ask, why only Mars? So the concept is when Mars and Venus both are in conjunction, it makes moon, wherever it is. Now, why moon? The logic is Venus is female or your relationship. Different astrological science talks different, they follow different rules, but primarily Venus is female and Mars is male, or the male energy and feminine energy and male energy. Like Venus and Mars, when both will be in connection, they'll make virtual moon there. And moon is maa ki mamta, motherhood. So when there is a connection between male and female, moon is created, and the rule is when moon is created, that means this child, whenever apne samay par, we are saying this, he should have more babies. So generation aage badhegi. So that is the most beautiful concept. One and second very important point is when moon is created, and one more logic I should also discuss this. Moon is exalted in sign number 2, and second sign or second Rashi in Kal Purush Kundli is for mouth. So moon in second house, moon exalted. And why moon is in second house? Because after birth, the first thing which is required is mother's milk. And milk is represented by moon. So sun is exalted and most powerful in sign number 1, which is Kal Purush Kundali, Aries sign, first house. Now sun is Atma. Atma हमारे शरीर में है. When Atma take birth, just after that, first thing is required mother's love and mother's milk. So sun is exalted in Aries and moon is exalted in sign number 2. So that is another beautiful concept, and no planet is bad in sign number 2 because there is no कोई नीच का है ही नहीं. So माँ की गोद में सारे बच्चे सेम है. And mother is for every child same. That is why moon is there, and Mars plus Venus makes virtual moon there, so that child will get good health, good wealth. So this is the first ritual. Just after that, we have another ritual in North India. We follow. हाथ में कड़ा पहनाते हैं बच्चों को, silver bangle. Now this, if we talk about astrology in our body, human body, so this first house is the head, and second house is face, third house is hands. And silver is another representation of moon. So moon plays very important role in our life. So if in our hands, if we are wearing silver kada, so that means in our third house, we have, because moon is man as well. हाथ में कड़ा पहनना means मन करेगा. And third house of action will का. That means it will make us creative, more energetic. And another rule is, if moon is in third house, wherever is Mars in the chart, it is exalted. It becomes good. So Mangal will become good. Mangal will start giving you Manglik result. So moon in third house. So that is why if moon is in third house, खड़ा यहाँ इसलिए पहनते हैं कि मंगल अच्छा रिजल्ट देने लग जाए. And everything around us is Mangal या Mangal. Mangal means we are happy. Amangal means we are not happy. There is some bad news or something bad going around. That is why we are not happy. Amangal. So Mangal plays important role, and all other planets are actually either giving us good result, which is Manglik Karya, like childbirth, bad result like death. So these are two concepts, Mangal, Amangal. So moon plays an important role. So that is another very beautiful ritual. So there is related to, we can say, just after childbirth, ये सब कुछ होता है. ये हमारे प्राइमरी रिचुअल्स हैं. So after that, there is another beautiful ritual which is again related to young age, 2 years, 3 years of age. There is a sanskar called mundan sanskar, when we बाल हटा देते हैं, and which is another very beautiful ritual. उसमें the agenda is sunlight comes to head directly. So all your neurons, this whole area, it is actually activated. So when sunlight comes here, our whole the factory of human body and the brain, it starts working and start taking action. That is another beautiful ritual. And then lot of other things, body parts starts activated. It starts getting activated. So gradually we feel like we feel more energetic, and then body start taking shape. That is another beautiful ritual at the time of childbirth, or within 2, 3 years, 4 years, we all perform. Sir. And after that, sir. And after that, there are other rituals like Like after this, when which is a form of uh, infancy, or you can say just after that there is a childhood period, which is there are some other rituals like thread wearing ceremony, like Janeu ceremony, and then there is one more ceremony which is vidyarambh ceremony, which is also plays very important role in our life. Then wearing of choti, which is again the old ritual, traditional ritual, keeping choti here, old traditional style. All these three rituals are very, very important. The Janeu sanskar, which also gives us some sort of, focused approach towards education. So because that time is for education. So just and after that, and there is one more very important event, which is vidyarambh, start of education, which also plays a very, very important role in our life. And at that time, there is a ritual of praying to Mata Saraswati and Lord Ganesha. Why Mata Saraswati and Lord Ganesha? We are doing nothing. We are just settling all the planetary, energies. If we are praying Mata Saraswati, that means Mata Saraswati is the goddess, and Rahu is actually following Mata Saraswati. So in the education, the planets which creates trouble in our life, they are actually Rahu Ketu primarily. And Rahu himself pray to Mata Saraswati. So that means if we'll pray Mata Saraswati, Rahu will be settled. And Rahu is uncertainty. And Rahu and Ketu, these are two planets which gives actually eclipse to Sun and Moon. So moon means man. If influence of Rahu is there on our man, so man vichalit ho jayega. So for settling that man, so that whole focus will be towards education only, this ritual our forefathers has explained us and discussed in detail with generations कि हमें ये करना चाहिए और क्यों करना चाहिए. That is another important point. And the another planet is Mercury. Mercury is basically your brain, and Jupiter is knowledge. There are two planets. Mercury holds the knowledge. Jupiter delivers the knowledge. Lord Ganpati is for Mercury. If you are praying Lord Ganpati, that means we are saying, Mercury, please help us and give me the energy, your good vibes, so that I can learn. That is why we always say schools are Mercury and teachers are Jupiter. So these are some simple concepts which we should follow.